At a remote corner of the Red Sea, hidden beneath the deep blue waters, lies one of the most terrifying places on Earth. The Blue Hole. A place called the cemetery of divers, with a calm surface but a deadly depth that swallows even the bravest. The Blue Hole is not just a diving spot. It is a challenge, a mysterious call from the ocean depths, a place where many have ventured, never to return. It feels like an invisible trap, inviting people to test their fate, only to drown them in eternal silence. The Blue Hole is deeper than normal seas. At over 100 meters down, it resembles an underwater black hole, where anyone can lose their orientation within seconds. A place suited only for those with nerves of steel and exceptional diving skills. With experience and thorough preparation, a group of divers decided to take on the challenge of the Blue Hole. Their oxygen tanks, masks, and intense gazes were focused on a life-or-death adventure. Though none of them knew it would be their final dive, they looked into the dark blue water with slight unease, but were determined to conquer it. None of them imagined this would be the last light they would see before the Blue Hole's darkness engulfed everything into silence. They slowly descended into the water, where the light above was just a faint outline. For them, this was the start of an exploration, but for the Blue Hole, it was just a small part of its endless hunger. At 20 meters down, the light began to disappear. Around them was only the infinite cold darkness. Deeper below, something was waiting, making the whole atmosphere heavy and terrifying. As they ventured further, they began to see strange shadows flickering around them. They had no defined shape, just dark figures in the cold water, but they felt as though they were being watched. Fear started creeping into their minds. At such depth, with no light or sound, the darkness weighed heavily on their shoulders. As if they were being slowly drawn into a hopeless abyss, one of those shadows slowly approached. No sound, no clear movement, yet its presence enveloped them with an indescribable fear. No one dared to move, leaving only terrified eyes fixed on it. Their hearts pounded, and their breaths quickened. They knew they were in danger, but in the darkness, there was no direction, no escape. Only panic, pressing down with every passing second. This is where light no longer exists, an inescapable abyss. With every meter they descended, they felt the darkness closing in, swallowing them into an invisible realm, a world beyond humanity. They were like tiny points of light in the dense darkness. It seemed that as they went deeper, everything around them narrowed, and they slowly realized the futility of the faint light they carried. Some theories suggest that the Blue Hole has a strange pull. Powerful, invisible currents draw those who venture too deep into an inescapable trap under the water, waiting to hold anyone who enters. Yuri Lipsky, an experienced diver, decided to challenge the Blue Hole in the year 2000. But he never returned. The footage capturing his last moments is a testament to the fact that this place is a deadly trap. In his final footage, Yuri had completely lost his way. The screen showed chaotic movements, heavy breathing, and an engulfing fear. The Blue Hole had claimed another soul. Now, as the sun begins to set, the Blue Hole remains there, like a call from the darkness. Each year, it continues to tempt those brave enough to explore, and only a few return to tell their story. The Blue Hole is a challenge for all, but not everyone should take it. The harsh warning signs remind us that this is not a simple adventure, but a place where many have lost their lives. Each name on this stone is a story cut short, a soul forever resting with the Blue Hole. A place where humans and the ocean have merged, leaving only memories and immeasurable loss. Beneath the Blue Hole lies another world, where darkness and solitude are the only companions. There is no life, no light. Only an emptiness that consumes everything that exists. From above, the Blue Hole looks like a tiny black dot in the vast ocean. But who would guess that inside lies a place so dangerous that even the most experienced divers cannot escape? There are many theories about the Blue Hole, from swirling currents to a mysterious pull. Whatever the theory, the blue hole keeps its secrets, like a silent guardian of the ocean, leaving only questions for future generations. Yuri Lipsky, a passionate and fearless diver, came to the blue hole determined to conquer it. But he didn't know that the blue hole would never allow anyone to uncover its secrets and return safely. If you stood at the bottom of the blue hole and looked up, the surface would seem like a faint, weak glimmer. That distance is more than just physical, it is the divide between life and death, between light and darkness. Survivors have recounted that the blue hole is unlike any other place. They felt as if something was watching them, a mysterious, unseen force ready to pull them into eternal silence. As night falls, the blue hole becomes even darker and more terrifying than ever. With no light, only endless darkness remains, ready to swallow anyone who dares to test it. Despite the severe warnings, the blue hole continues to attract the brave and the curious. For them, each diving ban sign is simply an enigmatic invitation from the world beneath the ocean. The blue hole is not just a place, it is like a gateway to bottomless darkness. Those who enter know they are facing an unpredictable risk. Will the blue hole ever reveal its secrets, or will it remain a mystery forever, a deep abyss awaiting those who seek answers?